Hey there, geeks. Tim with MajorGeeks.com. Today we're going to show you 10 ways to open the command prompt in Windows 11. As you know, Windows 11 and actually 10 has kind of started to move the command prompt off to the side. And with the new Windows Terminal, they've kind of brought that more to the front, and PowerShell. So surprisingly, the command prompt is still super easy to find, even though it's not maybe as front and center as it used to be. So let's take a look at the ways you can do this, and they will many times work on other versions of Windows. For example, the run command. Windows key plus R, and just do cmd.exe and click OK, and this should also work on most versions of Windows as well. Search, so that requires you have Windows Search. I think it's 11, 10, and honestly I don't remember if 8 had Search, so I've been using 10 for so long. So it's still easy enough to do. Windows 11, there's your search icon, and you can actually just come right up here to search, or you can press your Windows key plus S and type in CMD, and you can click here, here, or run as administrator here. There you go. Create or download a shortcut. You're probably now familiar with cmd.exe. So we'll go to our desktop, we will right click, and we will click on new, shortcut, cmd.exe, next, command prompt, finish, and there you have it. You can make any changes you want by right clicking and hitting properties as well, which can be handy, and it's especially handy if you want to run it as administrator, for example, in most cases. So let me see if I can find that. Boy, has that been a while. Right there. Phew. I almost got to stop the video and start again because I didn't know what I was doing. But I found it. Advanced. Run as administrator. Okay. Okay. There you go. Administrator. Don't like it. Don't want it. Click on it. Delete. Gone. What else we got? Oh, the shortcut. So if you don't want to create one like that, expand the video description. Look for the link and click this right here. Download here. And you can download the shortcut, which will automatically do it for you, nice and easy, and you'll have a backup as well. Context menu is another way to do it, but I can't. Once again, you're going to have to follow this link, and you're going to download this right here, and it'll download within a second of clicking on it. And when you're done, when you right click, you'll see the option to open in Windows Terminal. However, if you're on Windows 10, you'll see open command window here, because as we mentioned, 10 and 11 are slowly kind of moving them out and kind of bringing Terminal and PowerShell to the front. Really easy to do. So once again, just grab the files if you want to try that method. Windows Terminal. So now we got to start Windows Terminal. Let's get that going. I think I do that from the Power menu. Windows key plus X. Windows Terminal. An interesting way to do this, of course, we probably figured out CMD might work. Let me try that. Nope, didn't work. How dare you? Ah, the heck with you. Alright, but regardless, what you want to do is Control plus Shift plus 2. Let's see if that works. So we're going to do Control Shift 2. There it is. And it pops open a new window, as you can see right here. So you can actually switch between your PowerShell, your terminal. Microsoft is not making this easy. I understand most of it. Obviously, if you didn't know, there's a lot more usage in PowerShell in the terminal than there is in command prompt. So most of the commands that work in the command prompt will not work in PowerShell frequently, or they will. And then in PowerShell, the big problem is none of those will work that I can think of in command prompt. There may be a couple of exceptions, but primarily no. So that's one of the reasons people still jump to the command prompt for some of the older stuff they want to use that's maybe a little tougher to use in PowerShell, for example. Alright, let's keep moving. Windows Tools. Not a big fan. What I've done with this is we move down the list, I actually make it the easiest stuff to the top. The less likely you're going to use it, the harder to get to. I've kind of put down here lower. So you'd have to actually open Windows Tools, or you could actually add it to the context menu here. Once again, that's kind of a neat one. So once again, you would download the file, And once you get done, as you can see, it's right there, easy to access anytime, because for whatever reason Microsoft decided to mix all the tools into Windows tools folder, and it isn't that easy to get it. Although Start All Apps, as you remember, all your tools used to be all through here, and you'd find them one at a time, but you don't have to do that anymore because everything is under Windows Tools, and actually more than what used to be there before. So now that we're here, there's your command prompt. Right click it if you want to run as administrator, and that's about it. So once again, this is probably Windows Tools showed up in Windows 10, so you're going to have Windows 10 or 11 for that. File Explorer address bar, we're kind of stretching it now, but if you happen to have File Explorer out, you can just come right here to the quick access and go CMD, hit enter. There it is. Should work on most versions of Windows as well. File Explorer, which I just closed stupidly. Let's do that again. Once again, this is something most people wouldn't do, but if you want to try it, just to know where it's at. So we want to do, find your PC, go to C, go down to Windows. It takes a while to cover 10 of these, even though I go fast. System 32, and somewhere down in here, you will find, if you don't scroll past it like I just did, cmd.exe. Should look like that, the icon, so that'll help you find it. Keep going. There she is. And you just double click it, or you can run as administrator. Now, as we mentioned earlier, this will also work most of the time when you see us say cmd, cmd.exe. The reason being, it's calling this right here in Windows System 32, which is why it probably works on Windows 11, 10, 8, Vista 7, etc. Alright, are we done with File Explorer? Alright, Control Shift Escape. Pop open that task manager. And as you can see, you can do File right here, Run New Task. And again, this is only convenient if you just happen to be using Task Manager and at the same time you realize you want to open up the command prompt. So File, Run New Task. You almost guessed it, CMD will work here. And it'll work in a lot of other places too with the run and stuff like that. I just do the EXE just to make sure I got it. Let's do that. There it is. You can even see it right there running and gone when I closed it. Pretty cool. Number 10. Number 10 I'm not going to walk you through too much here, but there are step-by-steps. Number 10 assumes that you have to boot into Windows Recovery for whatever reason because you have a problem. So you will do that by rebooting, pressing Shift F8 before normal mode starts. And you've seen the big window probably before if you've played around with Windows Recovery. And you just go to Troubleshoot, Advanced, Command Prompt. And that will get you into the command prompt without even being in Windows. So there you have it. Out of breath. Coffee's getting cold. Probably one of the longest videos I ever did. Takes a while to cover 10 things, but there are 10 ways to open the command prompt in Windows 11. Now that you've made it this far, you know what to do, right? Alright, do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.